All right, so we are here in Eltopia, Washington, and there is a schoolhouse that I actually got permission to go up there. And I wanted to go with a couple of buddies of mine, but they're all the way in Idaho, so plus they're sick, so they couldn't really come with me. But here, machine gun fire. Anyhow, we're gonna go explore the school, and apparently it was built in 1917, and it burnt down in 1934 and was rebuilt after that. And it closed down in the 1960s. And there's still people that actually went to that school that visit to this day, and there's images of it, which is pretty cool. But I'm gonna meet a nice couple, and they're gonna show me around, and we're gonna do some metal detecting too. Which hopefully I'll find some silver coins. That's the kind of the goal, silver coins. And if the owners want it, I'll give it to them. Everything I find on the property is technically theirs, so I'll go back to the rightful owners. But as of now, let's get to it. All right, we are here. Take a look at this massive grain tower. That's pretty cool. Look at this little general store. It's probably sold. The school is actually right there, right around that tree. I actually saw it. This place is really interesting. Look at this, how it's designed. Oh, if this place could talk. Private property. I don't want to go any further than this. I don't want to get shot. It's raining a little bit. That's fine. Here it is, the old Eltopia school. Very cool. We're definitely gonna take a look inside and see what's in there. Just hopefully we can find some old coins. That's kind of my goal. These people are actually fixing this place up, so if you want to help them out, there is a GoFundMe in the link in the description, and they want to get this place looking basically as good as new, and they want to live in this old school, so that'd be really cool. So if you guys want to help out, link is in the description.
So I'm in here and I'm sweeping this out, getting ready to put some tools and stuff in here. This is where we first started cleaning, and all of a sudden you get that feeling on the back of your neck that something's watching you, and your hairs on the back of your neck start to stand up, and I turn around and this door behind you was wide open like it is now, and I swear to God there was someone standing in this doorway sitting there staring at me. I heard the door open and I was the only one in here, and it was getting to be dark.
The second account. So what's
This is the first account.
First account, okay.
Gene was the second account with other people here, but it just gives you a vibe when you walk through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You kind of get the chills, and there will be 90% of the time you walk through here at the same time every day and feel just fine. that 10% of the time you'll walk through here and there's one spot that gives me the chills every time I walk by it. It's the stairs downstairs, down to the gym.
Yeah.
Right here. Every time I walk by this spot, there's something right there. It just feels bad. This whole school, I'm just fine. Anywhere. I do not like that spot.
So I'm not too big on paranormal stuff. I used to believe when I was younger, and I kind of don't now. It doesn't really faze me anymore.
Yeah.
So I was wanting to, me and my buddy Sean, or just me, just stay the night here. And
That's perfect.
I want to see if anything weird happens, because I've been looking for this type of stuff when I was a kid. Like, oh, what if something scary? Get kind of a thrill out of it. But now I'm like, I want to see if that's true now.
Yeah. So, no, as far as paranormal goes, it's this spot and then the one incident in the kitchen there. So this front entryway, the door, and it swings pretty freely, but there's no reason it shouldn't close. I have this jammed in here.
Yeah.
Good. You know, it doesn't close when it's jammed.
No, yeah, there's...
And my wife and Jean are right out over here, standing in front.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this thing, and you can't, like, I had it jammed really good that day. And there was no wind that day at all. There's no reason it should have slammed shut. And it takes a good amount of force to slam that shut.
Yeah.
I mean, it's windy right now, and it's not moving.
Yeah.
But it slammed shut.
Like how fast did it shut?
I heard it from out back.
Oh, so it slammed pretty hard.
We couldn't figure out what crashed.
That's interesting. Gene was the Vietnam veteran that visit here. He used to come here when he was a kid. So yeah. All right. The Eltopia schoolhouse, burnt down and built in 1917, rebuilt in 1934. So here it is. Schoolhouse. The school. Alright, we are here in the Eltopia school. As you can see, it's pretty. It may not look that high, but it's pretty high. Now, the owner did tell me quite a bit about this place. I don't know if I can remember it all, but, well, I'll tell you what he told me. So, this door right here, it's about to rain really badly, which looks really eerie. Yeah, it's about to rain. Anyway, it's gonna make the effect a lot cooler. So, this whole area was filled with just so much wood, he had to basically kick the doors open because it was just basically barricaded of wood. Just barricaded, just completely full of wood. So he had to clear out areas and areas of just antiques and junk. As you can see, there's still some left. This was full of just random stuff. There's a World War II gas can right there, a water can. Look at that truck right there, that's pretty cool. A welded truck. But no, this was full of automotive stuff. There was a big old transmission that was lifted right here, and it was just kind of torn apart, if I remember correctly what he told me. But yeah, and then also he had people that come visit this place, and there was a lady here that had like a little record player here, and they would dance to music. This was like a cafeteria area, and he said that she broke down crying because she remembered being here when she was young and just dancing right here. I'm currently stepping, just memories flooding back to her when she used to come to the school when she was a kid. So this place has a lot of stories to tell if it could talk. Here's the pulley system for the cafeteria, would lower the food down. Kind of open it there, yeah, that's the elevator shaft right there. It goes down all the way into the principal's office, I believe. So that's pretty neat. Yeah, there's a transmission part, so to further prove my point. Don't know how much of this stuff in here is original to the area, but it is definitely very cool. There's the vault there. They actually, this was locked, so they had to basically drill their way through here to get in. I'll show it here in a bit. But yeah, this is what's left of all the antiques and stuff. The previous owners just bought and hoarded it all here. And eventually, the newer owner bought all this stuff. So there's a lot of cool, interesting stuff to show. I'll have to kind of dig through it. Show you, maybe you can find some old World War II artifacts, or maybe some stuff from the 40s, and some personal stuff like toys and possibly coins. I really want to find some coins. It'd be so cool if I found some silver coins. Now, I had talked to my buddy, and I asked if we can do an overnight challenge here. And I actually would be up to doing an overnight challenge in the Eltopia school. That would be pretty cool. Here's the gym. All right. This was locked, so they had to basically open the door from the side. They just drilled out of there. Here is the vault, and they had to drill open this to get in. This is kind of the cellar area. I'm pretty sure where they stored their food. Wow, this is newer though. He told me this is newer. I wonder if these are still good. Wow. Oh, there's a date up here. Oh, 2022. Hey, I wonder if... Okay, I would actually want to try one of those. So you can see, here's a part of the door. Oh, here's the door mechanism. The owner actually wants to fix this up and get this working. This entire place he wants to fix up and get it all working again. There's just some old dirt and stuff from over the years. And take a look, we found this on the tour he gave me. Look at that. That is so cool, from the 60s. Cobalt bottle full of tablets. Just amazing. Or from the 50s by the looks of it. Phillips. That is so cool. Put that right back. That is so cool. Flapping basketball. There's the bird's nest. An idea of this place. It's just crazy. Oh, there's an old barrel. There's the safe door. Look how thick that door is. So a lot of this wood here was actually from across the street with the old grain mill, and they took all this wood from that grain mill because the railroad was tearing it apart because they didn't want it falling over on the railroad, of course, they're blocking the trains. So they actually took that wood from the grain silo, brought it in here, and they kind of updated this with the grain silo. So a lot of this you see is a grain silo wood. So it once was a grain silo, then it became a school. Yo, that's actually cool. Nintendo 64 controller. And my buddy actually liked those. He has a collection of those. All Nintendo 64 controllers. Old CDs. Oh wow, look. Some games in here. Teen Titans. I remember watching that as a kid. PS3 game. Modern NFL 2011. Yeah, just some junk. Oh, here's a wallet. Fire extinguisher over there. So this was the gym area. And here's the ladies' locker room right here. And the boys' locker room is over there. There's these are the original basketball hoops. So yeah, I could just imagine just kids playing basketball back then. Just the 30s and 40s, just playing basketball. Man, if I could see back in time, this would be so cool. Here's the elevator chute for the cafeteria. And there's the pulley system. It's just, I don't think I can fit it all in one video. There's just so much to just kind of check out, look around. The school was built in 1917 and then had a fire in 1934 and then was later rebuilt in 1934, the same year it burnt down. You can actually still find remains of charred wood inside the walls of the school. The school started in 1917 and was retired in 1963. Nintendo controller. Well, here's another gas can. Eltopia got its name. In 1889, there's a massive flash flood that happened near Eltopia, washing out the railroad. They named it Camp Eltopia. They later changed it because they thought it was a bad omen. It later got the name Eltopia, which means the pie in native. Oh wow, look at that, look at that. 1942, right there. That's cool. World War II can. It's been painted. Ooh, yeah, doesn't look too good in there. But neat though, very neat. Okay, here's the boys' locker room right here. That old stove. Oh wow, look at that. Here's some of the toilets. There's the original sink too. Guessing that was a urinal. The original toilets too. That's where toilet paper used to sit. Wooden. These are made of wood too, which is really interesting. So here's the ladies' locker room. There's the radiators, the original radiators to heat the place. Original light fixture too. Here we have the original bathrooms. Original sink. Now he said they made a movie here, and this is where the sinks they broke, and they said the guy who made the movie here actually smashed his head through that sink for the movie. So yeah, that guy probably had a pretty tough head. And then they also broke this. Oh no, it wasn't this one. It might have been this one. Yeah, they broke the toilet for the movie. Yeah. Kind of rambunctious in here. But yeah, this is the bathroom here. Original doors, original toilets. It's crazy. Here's where he said he heard the or saw the, or had a feeling that someone was watching him. Here we have the boiler room. Type C. See over here. Kinwani. I don't know how to say that. Kinwani boiler. This thing is huge. Oh, there's a plaque up here, yeah. Wow. 1950. 1958. Pretty cool. There was one more plaque up here, but that broke, unfortunately. There's a bunch of firecrackers in here. Someone was having fun, and there's one with the wick still on it. Huh. That's cool. Now, good Lord. Now, the top floor. This is where all the classrooms were at. So this was probably, I think over here was 7th and 8th grade. And over here was like 3rd and 4th, and then 6th, I believe. Not very sure. Pretty sure is what he told me. Kind of forgot. The old record player. That's really cool. You want some Jello? Ew. What's the year on this sucker? April 2010. 2010. Yuck. Oh, ew. Jello from 2010. Good Lord. That's awful. Yeah, it's apparently, so some crackheads lived up here for a while, and they would grow shrooms. So there's like a bunch of mushrooms and crap up here. So there's yeah, crackheads kind of did their little ingenuity. That was a shirt at one point. So who can ever eat the most mushrooms, I'm guessing? Yeah. Getting their Ace Rewards card, yeah, it's pretty normal with crackheads. Huh. Well, I think that's where the cat went. Here's one of the original furnaces, and they for some reason they knocked the brick out, so the owner has to find a mason to fix that for him. He doesn't understand why. I don't understand why either. There's really nothing in there. There's a makeshift bed over there. Some more of those radiators to keep it nice and warm in here during the cold seasons of winter. Here's one of the classrooms, the most intact classroom here. There's even some, I believe, original clothing. The CD. So there's a few doors here for some reason. Apparently there's a door right there, which is odd. Some more books. Oh, there's still some chalk left. Wow. Yeah, there's still chalk left. There's the eraser. Yeah, it's the eraser. Wow. Please leave. This old fabric right here. Wonder what that was. There's a bunch of it around here. Newspapers is always a good thing to look for, but some of them are too far gone. Really useful to kind of date the area, especially if you find them in the walls. Here's one of the desks. Apparently I was told there has been satanic rituals that have been performed here. There's some candles. I assume that's what happened here. Someone did some stupid satanic rituals. Yes, crackhead ingenuity. Don't know how the hell they got this up here. Don't know what the purpose was. They did it though. Let's turn on the light here. Let's figure out what the hell's going on underneath here. What? What was the purpose? There's a torn apart bird back there. What's the purpose of this? To drain it? To actually take a bath and then drain it all over the floor here? I don't understand how they... This thing's heavy as hell too. I don't know how they even got this up here. Yeah, crackheads made some interesting work here with the walls. So this is the principal's office. And the owner is actually looking for a picture of where the principal would come out right here onto the little deck here. And there would be a cast iron bell that would be right here. And they took a picture right over there out front. He's looking for the picture of the bell up here back when the school was in use. So that's be very interesting to find that photo. There's a World War II copy machine up here. It still turns. It's kind of difficult to do it, but it turns. Very neat. And if you come down here, take a look through these holes here, you can see the basement. Or not the basement, the gym. Look how weird that looks. It's about 3 stories tall right there. So now apparently this place is haunted, as I told you earlier, or you heard earlier. And so I want to come back here with me and the guys, or at least me and my buddy Sean, and stay the night here. If you guys want us to do an overnight challenge here, we will. Because apparently it's haunted. And I don't believe in the whole paranormal stuff. I've had some weird experiences, but other than that, I don't really believe it a whole lot. But if you want us to do an overnight challenge, we will. Well, all right. I think we're gonna end this video here. If you guys like it, there's a lot more coming, so stay tuned for that. These railings are absolutely massive. I'm not that short. But other than that, see you guys next time.